In today's video, we will be sharing the 6 best games for a low-end PC with 4 GB of RAM and no graphic card. You can play games in this list on Windows 10, Windows 8, Windows 7, and even on Windows XP. Though you can play these games on a low-end device with 4 GB of RAM, but if your computer or laptop was made between 2010 to 2015, you can definitely play with no issues. We know, there is a massive list of awesome classic games. But Team Software Geek has decided to share these games in parts. Mirror's Edge is one of the most played action-adventure games. This first-person game runs quite smoothly on a Windows PC with 4 GB of RAM and no graphic card. There are 4 parts of this game though, but Mirror's Edge 2008 and Mirror's Edge Catalyst are more popular than other ones. Mirror's Edge 2008 requires a minimum of 256 MB video memory and 1 GB of RAM. You can play it on Core i3 processor or higher without any lag. If your computer has Intel HD graphic, you can play Mirror's Edge Catalyst with medium settings, which was released in 2016. Give it a try if you love to play first-person action-adventure games. The next game is for you if you love to play racing video games. Driver San Francisco is one of the popular and classic action-adventure racing games. Driver San Francisco was released in 2011. Driver SF is an offline game, and the 5th installment of the Driver series. It can be played with medium and high settings without an additional graphic card, and without any lag or crashes. This 10-year-old racing game requires a minimum Intel Pentium or AMD Athlon processor. The minimum required amount of RAM size is 2 GB, but for better results, 4 GB of RAM is recommended. It does not require an additional graphic card. It needs 256 MB of the built-in video card. This game can easily be played with medium settings with no lags. Prince of Persia 2008 is another critically acclaimed game for low-end machines. This action-adventure game is one of the most famous games. Prince of Persia 2008 is the 4th part of the Prince of Persia franchise, developed by Ubisoft. Extraordinary high-end system resources are not required for this family-friendly and fun-to-play game. Your Windows device needs to has Intel Core 2 Duo or AMD Athlon processor. This classic game runs perfectly on 4 GB of RAM. This 13-year-old game can be played without additional graphic card without any lag or crashes. It requires 256 MB of video memory. You can play this game on Intel HD Graphics 4600 and other built-in VGA cards with HD settings without any lags. Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands is another great game for low-end computers with totally awesome graphics and an amazing storyline. The Forgotten Sands is the last available and latest installment of the Prince of Persia franchise. It was released in 2010. This classic game requires a minimum dual-core Intel Pentium or AMD Athlon processor. This game will run like a charm if your machine has Intel Core 2 Duo or Core i3 processor or higher. The minimum required video RAM size is 256 MB. You will have no issues with Intel HD graphics or any other built-in video card with medium or high resolutions. This 10-year-old game requires a minimum of 2 GB of RAM, but 4 GB of RAM is recommended for better results. Far Cry 2 is another interesting game developed by Ubisoft. This game is very famous among first-person shooter games aficionados. As its name suggests, this game is the 2nd installment of the Far Cry franchise. It was released in 2008. Far Cry 2 requires a minimum of 1 GB of RAM. It performs quite well on 4 GB of RAM. This 12-year-old first-person shooter game can be played without a graphic card. You can easily play it with high settings on Intel HD graphics and other built-in video cards. Minimum 256 MB of video RAM is required to play Far Cry 2. It is designed for Pentium 4, or AMD Athlon processor, but we recommend Core i3 processor, or higher for better results. Any list of the best and most played games is considered incomplete if there is no mention of Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is a very popular action-adventure game developed by Ubisoft. This award-winning video game series consists of about 14 parts. You can play Assassin's Creed Brotherhood on your low-end machine, with cool graphics and amazing storyline. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood was released in 2010. This 10-year-old game can easily be played without an additional graphic card. You can play it with medium settings, on Intel HD graphics, or any other built-in video card. Your computer or laptop needs to have Intel Core 2 Duo, or AMD Athlon processor, to play this action-adventure game. This installment of the Assassin's Creed franchise requires a minimum of 2 GB of RAM. We recommend to play it on 4 GB of RAM to get better results. We hope this list of games for low-end devices has been informative to you. Do share in the comments section if you play or know about any other great game. The comments section can also be used to ask questions, feedback, and suggestions.
More info and download links can be found on softsuggester.com. Subscribe to Software Geek for more useful videos, and ring bell button for the latest updates.